What's up, guys? Welcome back to the More to Life podcast. Today's episode 9, and I'm joined by one of my good friends. We've been friends for since kindergarten. We played basketball all the way through school together, and we've kept in touch all the way through our later years from high school. Um, I want to give a really big thank you to all the continued support on the podcast and anybody who might see this episode. Welcome. If you like this, like it, share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a review if you're watching on Spotify or Apple Music. And let's get into it without further ado. My good friend Colin Hudson. This is episode 9 of the More to Life podcast. Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
What's up, bro?
sweet. Let me switch one of my tabs over here.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm outside, so it's like kind of dark. So I'm gonna try and keep one of my like lighter tabs on the other half of my screen, just so
Oh,
it like
okay.
gives a little bit more
Yeah.
light, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Were you in Arizona at all before that? Before this?
I was, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We drove over to Cali yesterday.
Okay.
Um,
Like how long? You look sunburnt,
what do
is what I'm asking.
let's just get that out of the way right now, bro.
Okay,
I
okay,
was in the sun today for a long time,
okay.
and it was mainly on like my left half. So like you can tell like all this is red, and then
Yeah,
my right is just like white.
yeah.
So yeah, I got a
Okay,
little sunburned,
okay. I was
but
gonna say, is it like super warm there today?
it was like 85 today.
Okay,
It's a little cooler now, probably like 65, 70.
okay. So that's not like desert
So
level hot, but like,
no,
okay,
Arizona's been like really warm. And
okay.
I flew there last Monday, and apparently this is like the warmest or the hottest March they've ever had. It was
Oh
like
wow.
it was over 100 degrees, and yeah, bro, like I'm not for that type of heat.
No, no, I can't. I like sweat too much, bro. Like
Yeah.
if I'm like even like in Michigan summers, if it gets above like 80 degrees and I'm like outside going for a walk or something, like I, my shirt will be drenched in like 10 minutes and like I
Yeah,
have nowhere to
for
go.
real. Yeah.
But oh, so what's up, man?
Honestly, not much. Kind of busy. I've been traveling around a little bit. So,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
um,
I mean, I heard about that. You just got back from Oregon, right?
just got back from Oregon.
Yeah.
Had about a week, and then I went to Arizona. Now I'm in Cali. So
Yeah.
it's been a busy month of travel
Yeah. That's
and
nice though.
stuff.
I mean, that's cool that you're like actually getting to go places
Yeah,
for more than just like to stop by. Like it seems like you're getting some good shots in and like
for sure.
taking everything in, doing stuff. So it's always nice.
Yeah, good opportunities on the road
Yeah.
and stuff.
How's your like
But
school schedule right now?
school is pretty chill. I'm all basically all online for my
Oh,
classes. So
okay.
if I manage my workload correctly, right, I don't have to be
Okay.
there. The one thing that was like keeping me there was like basketball, and now
Yeah.
that's over, so I'm a little bit more flexible with where I can be and
Okay.
stuff. So
Yeah.
that's nice. But we are on spring break right now.
Right.
So
Right. That's what I was gonna ask too. I was wondering how that conflicts with basketball, but yeah, I guess like Central just had the MAC tournament like this last week. So that's
yeah.
like the end of it, like when everyone in the division, like obviously like we're not you guys aren't in the bracket, so it's like
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't make
unfortunately,
it, but
unfortunately not this year. But
but
no, that's cool. So ha have you been to Cali before?
this is my first time.
No. Yeah.
And
That's
we're a little bit south of LA.
hmm.
So not San Diego. Kind of like in the middle almost, I feel like.
Okay.
But
How is it?
it's nice. There's like a ton of people though. Like the population here, like it's pretty crowded, is what it seems like. And I don't know if it's just because it's like spring break that like there's a lot of people, but like the traffic's crazy. The parking, like when you're on the coast, is like very minimal, it seems like.
Okay.
It's really hard to park, but
Yeah, that's always one thing that like stresses me because I love to travel, but that's the one thing that really stresses me out is like if I were to like go somewhere, like you either have to pay for parking, park super far
mhm.
away in an
Yeah.
overcrowded lot, and it's like just kind of
Yep.
sketchy overall. Like we just got back from Tennessee last week and we went hiking in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh man.
Bro, so you're going up this one lane road like through the mountains and it's like you gain like a couple thousand feet of elevation, like just getting to where
Yeah.
you want to start your hike at. And then it's like cars are just like there's kind of parking spaces that there's a few of them that are like paved and lined and stuff. But for the most part, bro, it's just like cars half off the side of the road, just like parked
Yep.
there. Like that just
Yeah.
stresses me out.
Was there snow when you went there still? Like in the higher elevation areas or
Um, no, no,
no?
I don't
Okay.
remember any because like the the days that we were there, like where we were hiking, the day that we were hiking it, it was like in the 60s. So like
Okay.
yeah, we would have had to go
It's,
like even further up. Like
yeah.
because the trail we did was 2.7 up, but
Mhm.
there was trails that went up to like 6.6, I think was like the highest one that was like on the trail. But like
Mhm.
even we got to the top of ours and you can see where you can just keep going if you wanted to keep
Yeah.
going. Like there's another bridge and like
There's
there's
just
paved.
like stuff that branches off and stuff,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. So we basically, I mean, we took a reasonable assumption, like,
Mhm.
because my watch was at like 2.8 something, and we came across this huge waterfall, and I was like, okay, this has got to be Rainbow Falls. Like, because if
Yeah.
it isn't, then like I don't see a bigger one closer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
But yeah, dude, if I go hiking again, I definitely am packing snacks because I was dying.
Bro, snacks, PB&Js, lots of water, if you're somewhere warm.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
see, like it wasn't like too crazy warm.
yeah.
So it wasn't like we were like rolling through it. We just brought like a bottle of water to split, Tegan and I.
Okay.
Um, but like coming down, like I could like feel myself starting to get like really, really hungry. And I mean, you burn 1,000 calories doing that hike. So it's like you
Yeah.
can like your body knows that it's like it's time to get refueled. But
Yeah, for
dude,
sure.
it was funny. Like right before we got to the Rainbow Falls, we saw like this couple that was stopped. So it was like you could tell they were on their way back down. So like they had already stopped, they're coming back down. They're sitting on a rock, and one of them just opens up like a deli sandwich, and I was like, no, bro, that's
Just
like
like
torture.
just like take out 5, $10. Be like, hey,
Bro,
hey, I'm really need that sandwich.
like realistically, how much would you let it go for? Like how much? Yeah,
They're probably feeling the same thing too, though, coming down
yeah,
hungry. So,
yeah, for sure. But no, it was fun. So that's cool. You
yeah.
guys have like anything planned? I know you said you were gonna go to you got some beach time today, but I didn't know if you guys are like planning anything specific.
Yeah, we went to the beach today. And then one of Aaliyah's friends, relatives, he's a surfer, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to shoot some surf photos of him and
Okay.
um, some video and stuff. So that's kind of the plan right now, but we're kind of just chilling. Like we don't really have anything for sure, like,
Yeah,
you know, to do out
right.
here. So
For sure. Are you guys like with her family? Like is this where Aaliyah's roommate like lives or
yeah, this is where her relatives live. So
okay.
yeah, we came to visit them.
So are you guys
So
are you guys just like in their house or whatever?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. That's
we're just
nice.
at their place. So it's pretty nice.
That
But
cuts a big expense for sure.
yeah,
Are you guys are like close to where you want to be? Like where the beach
yeah.
and stuff is?
You can actually walk down to the beach. I think it's like a 30 or 40-minute walk
Okay.
from where we actually are. But it's also like an easy drive. And where we went today, there was a pretty big parking lot. So we were just able to park and walk down to the beach.
Okay. Does
But
oh sorry,
the
go.
thing is with like here in Southern California, at least from what I've seen so far, is like we parked and then we had to walk down like so many steps like just to get to the beach.
Hmm.
Because everything's like built on hills here. So that was kind of odd. Like it was a pretty long walk from the parking lot still, just down a ton of steps to get to
Yeah.
the beach. Because that's
Was
all like it's all real estate just built on the coast,
oh yeah, I
essentially.
bet. I
So
bet. Yeah, wherever they can make money putting a
wherever,
house, they're gonna put one
for
there.
real. Yeah, there's some
Um,
super nice houses we've seen. So
yeah, that must have been like a horrible walk back. I feel like that would have
yeah,
been
was
horrible.
it was
Because
brutal.
like you sit down by the beach and you're like hot, depleted, tired, and then you're like, all right, it's
You're
all
like in a
uphill,
full-on
bro.
sweat when you're packing up, and then you're like, "Oh, I now have to walk like 10 minutes uphill." And
Yeah.
it's like, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But no, that's cool. So are you liking it so far?
yeah, yeah, no, I like it here. It's nice weather. I was gonna say like it's similar to Florida, but it's not super humid, I feel like here.
Okay. I feel like there's not a lot of moisture there. So
Yeah, no.
that could be why.
I mean it rains here some, but like yeah, that's probably why. The
Okay.
ocean isn't super warm either. It was kind of cold today, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, dang.
Like
Well, I guess that's nice then.
and I think it kind of stays that temperature like all year round here, just because like obviously they don't have winter and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it's nice.
How late are you guys staying?
We're gonna leave Sunday and drive back. So
Mm,
one more day and then we're gonna head back.
okay. And then does Aaliyah have to go back to school on Monday?
Yeah. I don't
Got
think she
you.
has class Monday, but yeah, we just gotta get back for the start of the week. So
Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys drive? Does she have a car down there? Or would you like
yeah,
how
she's got a car
okay.
down here, so we drove that over and that was nice because like she does drive a Tesla too, so like gas is super expensive right now with everything going on. And like gas prices out here, like I saw like 5.91 today,
Oh, for
like per
regular?
gallon. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's yeah, so we it does take a little bit longer to charge and stuff, but it's just it's nicer than having to like pay for that for that price of gas.
Yeah. Dude,
So
how long does it take to like charge?
I believe there's like different types of chargers and like we went to one and I want to say it was like 35 minutes. Like it was super quick.
Okay.
And they've there's a lot of places to stop to charge in
Yeah.
it. And it will like direct you to like where the next charger is and plan your trip just to make sure you're not like you don't run out of a charge and you know have to get a
Yeah.
tow or something. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
But
That's so cool, man.
yeah.
Um, yeah, gas is like $4 here for regular.
Is it
Like it
really?
was yeah, it's like 3.99 for regular, 4.99 for diesel. So I
Oh,
was yeah, that was actually I was curious to see how it like compared because obviously like you're in a much larger economy, so it's gonna be
hmm.
more. But dang,
Everything's like
almost
way more
$6.
expensive out here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think gas in Wisconsin before I left was like 3.19, I want to
Okay.
say, or something like that. I remember
Yeah.
filling up for like 3.19, but
Our-
obviously it's probably a little bit higher now.
Ours was like around 3 like before we left for vacation. It just shot up like in the last
Really?
yeah, like I got gas like 5 days ago. I think the first day I got
Mhm.
back into town, first full day, and it was like 3.49 or something. And I was like, dang, this kind of sucks. But like I was like almost on empty, so I was like, I need gas. And then the
Yeah.
next day, bro, I like looked over the parking lot at the nearest gas station, and I was like 3.99. I was on the phone with my dad, and I audibly stopped and went, dude, 3.99. I was like talking
Yeah.
about something completely different, but
Yeah, no, it's wild. You remember when gas used to be like $1 during COVID?
dude, yeah.
Like in the UP, bro, it was literally like $1
Yeah, it was a yeah.
at one time.
Like I
But
like when I first started driving, it was like low twos. It was like probably
yeah.
220 or 230 was like what I first remember like when I was 16. But yeah, I haven't even sniffed that since, bro.
No, bro, I mean, I've seen maybe like low twos in Wisconsin. Maybe not even low twos in Wisconsin at times, but
hmm
like it's been under three for a while until recently.
Yeah.
But
So anyway, how's the wedding going? How's the planning going and everything?
good
Congratulations, by
quite
the way. I don't know if I
appreciate
told you
it.
like to your face yet, but
No, I appreciate that. It's been going good. Aaliyah has been handling most of it, as you probably know.
I figured, yeah.
But yeah, no, and our parents are helping out with the planning portion and stuff. And
Okay.
but it's been going smoothly. We've pretty much got everything like nailed in. So
Yeah. Yeah. Is it gonna be like big?
it's
Is it gonna be yeah.
there's quite a bit of people coming.
I
I want
kind
to
of
say like
figured.
250, 300.
Okay.
I want to say. And I mean, we both have really big families as well, and even extended families. So like that's a lot of the people. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
I was looking at the venue, dude. That venue looks nice.
yeah,
It
it's
looks really cool.
Ali and I went to visit it in fall, and um, no, she was pretty set on it right away. And once I saw it, it was I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
So,
Did
but
you like did you just like put your name down like as soon as it was available or like
yeah,
how did that?
so it was like nobody because the wedding venue is actually four venues in one. So there's four different like they could have four different weddings going on a given Saturday or something,
That'd
which
be
is kind of
insane.
crazy. But
That is insane.
the place is big enough for that. And the weekend we were looking at is Memorial Day weekend, and like nobody had booked it, and we ended up booking it, and I believe I could be wrong, but I believe nobody else booked it that weekend because we booked it for a Sunday because
Yeah.
Monday's obviously the holiday and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. So as of right now, I think it's just us, but we'll see.
Yeah. I man, I wonder how that would work with four wedding parties.
They 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 obviously have a good system in place to where you're not like crossing paths with other weddings
Yeah.
and people, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it gets pretty hectic if there's two or three weddings going on
For
at a
sure.
time.
I mean, especially like I feel like that's not a place where people have small weddings. Like you're
Mm-mm.
not going to book a big venue like that and only invite, like close friends and family. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
that's
But yeah,
cool.
no, I'm super excited. It's coming up really quick too. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
it's
I
just
feel the
around the
same
corner.
way. I feel the same
Yeah,
way, bro. Yeah. No, that's
yeah.
crazy. I'm super excited. It should be a lot of fun.
Mhm. Sure.
Um, I just got size for my suit. Now I just got to figure out what watch I'm gonna wear. Get some
You got
sunglasses.
a lot of Rolexes to choose from, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
I
I
know
got it.
you.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I wear my Garmin, bro.
Yeah.
Track my steps. Um, all right. Well, I kind of want to pivot a little bit.
Okay.
So since the latter years of high school and then obviously going beyond, you've been super into like photography, and I know that you said like that's one of the reasons, like one of the things that you're doing while you're in California, and it seems to be the main reason for your travel and like the bulk of, why you go places is to get pictures and to film. What like got you into photography and what got you to scale it to the level that you have so far?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like in high school, this was late high school. I was a senior and I'd always been into like just film and stuff, even if it was like on a GoPro or something. Like I think I got my first GoPro when I was in like eighth grade. It was like GoPro Hero 6 or something like that. And I would
Okay.
just like film like videos just for fun. I wouldn't post them anywhere, but like just to have, you know. And it was not until like later in senior year where I like wanted to get my first like actual camera. Like I was really interested in photography at the time, just from like watching people on like YouTube and stuff. And so I bought my first camera and then I was just kind of like freelancing. Like I went to some sporting events at Esky and just did like some portrait shoots and stuff. And like I just got like hooked right away. Like I just enjoyed having a camera in my hands and taking photos of literally like anything. And I mean that summer after high school, I kind of kept doing that. And then I feel like it eventually just kind of led to like doing like senior portraits and just shoots for fun and stuff like that. Um and then obviously school like college, I went to college and that started back up and I feel like I kind of like stepped away from that for a little bit. But like it was still like a passion of mine. And I hadn't really tapped into like the business side of it at that point. Like I was just kind of freelancing and doing stuff for fun, really. Um, but yeah, and then I guess I'm trying to think of just a timeline here in my head. Like after my first year of college, I think it got a little bit more serious, and I started to do more senior portraits because that was Aaliyah's senior year of high school, and then I did my first wedding that summer as well, and that's when I got a little bit more serious, like with it from a business perspective. of like, okay, like this is pretty cool that I can maybe get paid for some of the work that I'm doing and stuff. Um, and so I'd say I'd continue to just do that for like a year or so. And obviously, like through all of this, I was like traveling a little bit here and there, and I would just bring my camera with me. But that was more just like a hobby type thing, like bringing my camera on a trip. Like from a business perspective, at that time, I wasn't really gonna get much out of bringing my camera places. Like it wasn't like a job, you know? And so I feel like now, I feel like I feel like I'm skipping a place. Like
Take your time, bro.
okay, I'm just trying to like map this out in my head because it's like I should have wrote it down on paper, kind of like a rough timeline. But
It's gone through a lot of evolution from like
yeah,
from an outsider perspective. It looked like it was like I'm doing this thing because it's cool and I see other people do it, to I'm doing this thing because it's cool and now I'm starting to get good at it. And now I'm doing this thing because it's cool and other people think it's cool and I'm starting to get even better at it. And then now it's where you are and it's taking it
yeah,
into this other realm and trying to incorporate business into it. So yeah, I
yeah,
guess
and
you can kind of just pick up.
okay, okay, yeah. Because I feel like high school, like freelancing, it's for fun, whatever. First year of college, things kind of slow down. Summer, things pick up. Um, and then when I went to Stout, when I transferred to Stout, I felt like it really picked up there. Because like right away I got in doing sports stuff, like going to football games and like volleyball games and stuff in the fall, before basketball season. And that's where I kind of like tapped in with like the sports photography side of things. And I was just doing like strictly photography, no like video and stuff. Um, and then obviously basketball season starts, things slow down again. And then once basketball season wrapped up that first year at Stout, myself and two other individuals, we started like diving into like the business side of things and actually working with businesses doing photography and like social media and like just content creation, like all around graphics, video, photo. Um, and that was kind of like that spring and summer, like that's what we were doing. And I was still doing a lot of work with just individual clients and people like doing senior photo shoots and weddings, but like I kind of like transitioned to more trying to work with businesses from a business like side of things. And then obviously next year school comes around, kind of pick back up with sports, doing sports photography and that kind of stuff. And then basketball season starts and it kind of slows down again. And now I'm really trying to pick back up with um basically with both the business side of things, like working with businesses, as well as working with individual clients, doing senior photo shoots or weddings and stuff. So I feel like once I got to Stout, like I made more connections and was also closer to a bigger city where I could go and um, talk to businesses and uh, find businesses to work with. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then obviously like with traveling and stuff, like that side of photography and content creation, like I really want to give that a shot and see what I can make of it. Just because if I don't, I feel like I'll never know if I could have actually made something work, right? So I am also working towards that right now. But my biggest problem is like having too much stuff going on that none of them really start to excel, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
can
but
yeah,
yeah,
I can kind of you got to balance that like opportunity cost kind of thing because
yeah,
it's like I have this obligation and it's important to me. I have this obligation and it's important to me, but it needs more time,
mhm,
but I don't have more
yeah,
time right now.
exactly.
So,
But at the same time, I feel like I have my systems like kind of dialed in to where the photography side, like I know what I'm doing. and then working with businesses, like I'm still learning what that looks like, but I also feel like I know what I'm doing. So now I can now like work a little bit more and explore the content creation and travel like filmmaking side of things, as well as doing photography and stuff through that as well.
So is that something that I I know you said that you're like doing your thing right now, like you're really trying to like put something out there. Is that something
Mhm.
that like is that your main goal right now? Or like what is like plans post graduation? Like what does that look like? Does that include
Oh,
photography?
it definitely includes photography. Ali and I have talked about like, where we're gonna end up after we're both done with school and stuff. And I feel like that's something that I've worked towards, photography and um like filmmaking and like working with actual businesses that like that's what I want to give a try. Like I want to give that a try. Like I want to be an entrepreneur and try and make that work before I settle down and work for somebody else. All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. Um, what if I were to ask you, what do you think separates you from like other people that are doing similar things? Like, what separates you from someone that simply just goes out and takes pictures?
I mean, obviously the work you've already done separates you on paper and like your style as well separates you. But I guess it really depends what, I mean, let's talk from either a photography aspect, working with individuals or like working with actual like businesses and stuff.
I, yeah, I, I would say like just, I would say more like the photography, just like not necessarily working with individuals, but like
Mhm.
the travel, like the chase for the shot,
Okay.
like where does that come from? Like obviously, like the first thing I think of is passion and curiosity, but I
Yeah.
I would say that you would probably have a better explanation of like what you're doing, like what is the greater purpose of like what you're trying to do?
I feel like growing up, I got a lot of inspiration from like people that I've watched on YouTube specifically. Like that was a big platform where I got a lot of my inspiration to pick up a camera and film something or take photos of something. And if I can like now step into that space where I'm creating something that's reaching somebody and either helping them or educating them, like I feel like that's what I'm passionate about. And I feel like it's kind of coming easy to me now. Um, when I'm filming like travel content and posting stuff. So the biggest I guess struggle in a way is like consistency, spreading out like content because right now I'm traveling a lot, but I might be grounded for 2 or 3 months in the near future, right? So it's like how can I stay consistent and make this work with everything else going on?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I think like that's just something I'm super passionate about. And like, I'm a big believer in like, you like follow your passion. If you truly have a passion for something, whatever it might be, like follow that passion.
Yeah.
Right.
Um, I have this kind of line of reasoning that I've picked up from a few individuals in that, and I mean, a lot of people think that they need to have this like sort of prerequisite knowledge of the field that they want to excel in before they even start, when
Mhm.
in reality, you start, then you pick up the post-requisite knowledge, and then that's what actually excels you.
Yeah.
So like how is that developed like from photography? Like what have you learned about it's not necessarily what you need to know before you start, but what you learn after you start that matters.
Like, I wish I would have started documenting my life sooner. I wish I would have started picked up a camera sooner and got out of my comfort zone. Like that's something that I look back on and just like wish I would have done. Because
Hmm.
it's like not everybody really cares about what you're doing. Like if I picked up a camera and started like walking down the street, like talking to the camera because I'm like filming myself, like you might like in the moment you might be like these people might be judging me and stuff, but like nobody really like cares about what you're doing in a moment like that. Like they might look at you for a second, but like their day's like continuing. So I guess um for me, like I wish I would have started like documenting like my life sooner.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wasn't so much like, okay, I don't have the equipment, but I was just like, I didn't really have like, I cared too much what other people might think of me if I started doing this, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I feel like that's changed a lot with me too. Like just like posting on social media, and obviously I still have my barriers. Like
mhm,
like posting like posts, real posts on my like main Instagram is actually like still pretty terrifying for me.
mhm,
And I think that just stems from uh like your Instagram following is essentially a history. So what I kind of bring that back to is like when I started my Instagram, like that history, that's part of who I was and what's got me to where I am today, but it was also a time of severe insecurity.
mhm,
And I think if you would have asked me to kind of post the videos, even that like that I'm posting on TikTok today, like if you were to ask me to post those on Instagram when I was in, 9th, 10th grade, I would be
mhm,
so scared just because of like that sense of judgment. But now, like looking back, the reality of it is that judgment would have been very transient, like short-lived, if there at all. And I
yeah,
think that's
exactly.
that's one of the things I'm still working on, but it's one of the things that I'm actually starting to grasp, and I think you are too, that it's just like
Mhm,
the idea of people don't really care as much as you think they do. Like even both ways, like it's a double-edged sword. Like
yeah,
even if you're doing a great job, someone can go into your Instagram and be like, "Good job, good photo, love your content, man." And then what do? They keep scrolling, they forget about it 5 minutes later. Like
yeah,
you can apply
exactly.
that to both sides of the spectrum. Like if someone, but the reality is, like you said, like it's your passion, it's not anybody else's. So
Mhm,
you really need to like be able to channel that because you're not living someone else's life.
exactly. Yeah.
Um,
And like regardless, like there is going to be people that look at you and might judge you, but like at the end of the day, like their opinion, it doesn't really matter to you.
yeah,
Like, so,
yeah. That's so yeah, that's one of the things that I've been trying to get over personally. I wanted to know how it kind of translated into what you're doing right now. Okay, I got a couple like more trivial photography questions, then we can move on.
okay.
What is the favorite photo or piece of content that you've ever filmed? You don't have to show me if you don't have it readily available, but if you could describe it, and then yeah, just answer that, and then I'll give you the next one.
What comes to mind first is, hold on, let me just scroll down.
And why, obviously.
Okay, okay. We'll just go something more recent because like this is a question that I could think about for a long time
For
and
sure.
probably like never give you an answer. And I would just
Yeah.
be like, hey, Zach, I'm still thinking about this. Like 2 years later, I'll call you and be like, hey, I'm still thinking about this.
I changed my answer. Yeah.
What comes to mind first? So this past summer, myself and two of my friends, Noah and Storm, we built a van out and traveled to the Tetons in it and camped there for a week. And we took this photo. It was like a three person like we needed all three of us to take this photo. And Noah had the idea of it, and I think he got some inspiration from somebody else too. I don't know what the whose Instagram it was, but it's a photo of the van on a bridge in front of the Tetons. And I mean, do you want me to like show it on the
Yeah,
stream or
yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
If you
So it's
can.
this photo. Yeah, I know like the Spotify and Apple Music listeners won't hear it, but it's this photo right here. Um, and I was driving the van. Noah was standing on top of the van, and Storm took the photo from like 200 yards away. And it just like the photo's sick, but like just remember, like that photo brings me back to that specific day this past summer, and it's just like a good memory, you know?
Yeah,
Like when you see a photo and you remember where you were at that time, like it starts to bring back like those feelings like in that place.
yeah,
And so I just think that was a super cool photo that we kind of put together, all three of us and stuff. So
yeah,
that's definitely a cool one of my favorite photos for
yeah.
sure.
That's
So
that's super cool, and that's just like that's so interesting, and it's just like this full circle moment of like these three people that have come from like wherever they come from. They meet each other and they decide to put their heads together for one common goal, and it's a singular moment in time that won't ever be recreated, and it's like you got it.
exactly.
Like you
Yep.
have it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Rapid fire next question. Yeah.
That's a more recent photo. So
No, that's awesome. I like that answer. What is your favorite spot to shoot? It could be
great
like
favorite
a
spot.
repetitive spot or just like the favorite trip you've been on photography wise overall.
Okay. Um, Let me answer this favorite spot to shoot, and then we'll go on to like favorite trip. Um, a place I find myself going back to often, mainly because it's close to where we live, is Miners Falls in Munising. Like I try to get up there once or twice, even like three times a year. Um, it's a short hike, right? You've been on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Um,
went that one time a couple of summers ago.
yep. And like it's a short hike, and then you gotta like go down by the base of the waterfall, and like I don't know, it's just cool to go back to that spot. And I've gone there so many times and taken so many photos, but it's just like it's just a cool spot to go. Like
Yeah.
there's not much more to it. So I mean, yeah, I guess that's one of my favorite spots to go, especially because it's close to where we live as well.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
just a pretty unique piece of
yeah.
like spot. So
It is super cool that like whenever I mention like that I'm from the UP to someone like down here downstate, like if they've been up there, like the first thing they say is like, "Oh my gosh, have you been to Pictured Rocks?" It's like, yeah, dude, I've been to Pictured like more times than I can count. But it's just like still every time I go back there, like it's so like breathtaking, and just to know that
yeah.
like that's basically in our backyard, like it's super cool.
Yeah. I got to I had one weekend in fall open to go back home from school, and I actually went up there and took the Pictured Rocks cruise like during the fall like colors. And that was super cool. Like if anybody has a chance to do that, like they should totally check that out because
Yeah,
it gave a really cool perspective of the shoreline
that's
and
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
All right. And then the last, oh, did you want to explain? Yeah, yeah. Favorite like trip, photography related trip
trip.
that you've been on
Oregon was was
this
something
this
special.
past this past week?
This past trip, just because it's so fresh, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Um, but like that was a really fun trip, and I felt like we saw so much. And just like the thing that comes to mind is the Trail of Ten Falls that we went on. Like those waterfalls were just so like stunning and like so easy to just photograph. And it was just super like it's just super unique how we could be like on the coast of Oregon, and there's a bunch of like sea stacks and stuff, and then we're like in a rainforest and there's waterfalls surrounding us. So that might be my favorite, but like as of right now, recently, that's been my favorite trip.
Cool.
So
All right, last one. If you would have like one place to shoot that you haven't been yet.
I really am itching to get to Alaska, um, because I feel like it's just so wild out there. Like that's definitely one. I don't know what part of Alaska, like, but I want to get to Alaska just because I've just seen so many photos of that place that it looks cool.
Yeah. There's a lot about that. Have you done um I guess I can't think of any that like come to mind besides like maybe some on travel. Have you done much like wildlife photography?
Not really. I don't really have the equipment for wildlife, and I've never really like felt like the investment of getting like super telephoto lenses was worth it to me, just
Hmm.
because, I'm not the most patient person. Um, and I say that because like my brother loves to fish and stuff, and like he can go out for hours and not catch a fish and just be fishing. And if I did that, like it'd be driving me crazy. Like I want to have something on the line the first 10 minutes I go out, or I'm like,
Yeah.
so yeah, the wildlife in a sense is similar to fishing. Like you're gonna go out in the woods and wait for wildlife for hours, and I just, you know, that's not super interesting to me yet. Maybe when I'm old and I can't move as much, I'll go out and wait
Yeah.
around for something. But
Yeah. It's just like whenever I think of I mean I don't know why, but whenever I think of like you said like Alaska, I think of like a big like vast plain with like a huge forest behind it, but then I see like a giant ass moose like on the tree line, and it just seems like that'd be such a sick photo. But
yeah,
I
or
guess
like a
that
bear
that
too.
yeah, yeah. And
That'd be cool.
that's like something that like you can't get from a zoo. Like you need to be
Oh yeah,
there and like being able to experience like obviously animals are cool no matter where. I mean to me at least, but I feel like seeing an animal like that in the wild where it's like obviously like your safety is like a little bit in jeopardy.
yeah,
Obviously there's ways to like super minimize it, but it's like that aspect of this is a real living creature and like we share the same space. I don't know, it's kind of like a level playing field kind of thing.
yeah. Have you seen the video of like I think it was a photographer and he was like he might have been a guide to like a tourist group, but he was like there was like a grizzly like charging at him, and like he stood his ground and eventually it stopped, but like it was wild. Like I'd never seen
Dang.
anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
scary stuff to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to be the one to take the picture, but it'd be cool to look at.
No, no.
Um,
And I've actually never, well, I take that back. I was gonna say I've never seen a bear in the wild, but when we were going through the Tetons, we saw two, um, I think they're grizzly cubs. We never
okay.
saw a mama bear, but yeah, I've never ran into one on like a trail or something that was just from a car.
Yeah.
So
No, I haven't either. Like I haven't seen that's like a big thing that people are surprised that I haven't ever seen a moose
really?
like in person. No, never. Never.
Huh.
A
I saw a
moose
few in
or
Colorado one time.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I haven't been like out west too far, but
Yeah.
like just like in Michigan and like I've been to Canada, so it's like they're kind of like over there a little bit, but yeah, no,
Have you ever
I've never
seen
seen one.
have you ever seen like a wolf in the UP at all? Like in
Uh,
person?
honestly, no, I don't think I've ever seen one. I've definitely heard them like at night,
Yeah.
but I
Okay.
don't think I've ever like encountered one in the daylight where I could like make it
I'm
out.
Yeah, I'm yet to see like I know there's a lot of wolves and there's even bears and stuff, but like
Yeah,
I'm yet to see any of that. And I feel like I'm out in their territory a lot.
it's wild. It
Like,
is. It's insane. Yeah.
but
I totally would have felt like even like driving because like I drive home a lot and I feel like I from like the amount that I've been like all over the UP and like downstate, like I felt like I would have seen something like that, like a
yeah,
moose or something, but I don't
yeah,
know, maybe one day. Um, so okay, let's just pivot a little bit here. So you just finished basketball, right? And this
yeah.
was your senior year.
This was technically my junior year.
Okay, so you're going back next year? You got one
I'm
more?
I'm not going back. I'm
You're
not going
not.
back next year. No,
Okay.
it was a personal decision I had to make, and
Okay.
just with where my life's headed and the things I want to pursue in business and photography and traveling, like Like basketball is a full-time job. Like no matter if you're at a JUCO or a D1, like it consumes a lot of time and like you really got to be committed. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
but
that's actually um I mean that's good for you. I'm glad you made that personal decision. That I mean, I'm sure that wasn't an easy one to make
it
by
was
any
tough to
means.
make because I love playing basketball. But knowing like that I'm not going to be playing it forever, and I don't know if my future's in basketball as a player or coach. Like making that a career. So like I had to make the decision. So
Yeah. Um, well, I know that you've come from like basketball, decently basketball oriented family.
mhm.
How has that like shaped your passion for basketball and just like your passion for other things and how that applies?
Yeah. I mean, I all my life I've known basketball really like um since, pretty much since as long as I can remember. So just that alone, like that's been my life basically. Like there hasn't been a season that's gone by without or a year that's gone by without basketball. So um yeah, I mean it's always just been a part of me, and I think that it's helped me become a better player over the years, especially. Obviously with my dad coaching, um, Escanaba growing up, like I've been around basketball. So, and then having a brother too, that's also helped a ton. I feel like, um, being able to play somebody that was like a lot taller than me growing up and a lot stronger than me definitely like shaped me into a better player and stuff. Cause I don't know if you know, Carter was a lot taller than me growing up. Like
Yeah.
I hit my growth spurt late, and he was
Yeah.
also a lot more like strong. So
Yeah.
like,
I mean, you were even up until like our freshman to sophomore year of high school, you were like what, 6'2", 6'3"?
yeah, probably
And then you went from like
about that,
6'3" to like 6'8", and then you grew another inch after that, something like that.
about half an inch, but
Yeah.
we'll call it 6'9".
Yeah, let's do that. Um,
Yeah, I feel like I kind of hit that growth spurt maybe sophomore year into my junior year. Really, is when I grew.
right.
Um, but
Is there anything that basketball's taught you that you're able to apply to your life?
I will say, like, it's made me physically like I don't know how to say this. I'll say this first. Like mentally, it's made me stronger. Um, and then physically, like I'm glad I'm glad I was in basketball because like physically, it's done a lot for me. And the commitment to basketball also means like a commitment to staying fit and living a healthy lifestyle. And um, yeah,
Could
yeah.
you elaborate on the
I
mental
I
part a
guess
little
I'll
bit?
have to, yeah. I guess I'll have to also think about that question a little bit more as well. But like mentally, like like throughout my years playing basketball, like I was faced with like some like it's hard to explain. Um, like you got to be mentally tough to like make it through, I guess. And like there's some days where like did not want to be in the gym, and mentally like I had to get over that hump. And since I got over that hump, like it's helped me as a person, and it helps me get over other humps in my life, outside of just basketball. So I guess taking that what basketball has taught me and applying it to different areas of my life has helped me as a person. So
Yeah. I feel like that's always one question I keep circling back to, like whoever I have on is like,
mhm.
because a lot of them are either high school friends or college friends. And
Yeah.
I mean, mostly everybody experiences, high school sports or something like that during their lifetime. And I feel like everybody, if you ask them like something that they've learned from a high school sport or the college sport, whatever it may be, that it's like there's always something to take away that like applies to their life.
Hmm.
And I just think I think with you, like having so much more experience in a sport like basketball from going from like I mean you were playing basketball since you could walk pretty much
Yeah.
like so it was just like going all the way up like through like elementary, high school, JUCO, a transfer, and then university
Hmm.
basketball like that's a lot. Like I know you've experienced a lot, so I'm glad that you guys that you had I'm glad that you're able to like share the experiences and the stuff so that people can apply it to other aspects of their life.
Yeah. I also think too, like just with sports and if you're on a team, like I've met so many different people playing basketball who've came from like all different areas of the United States and of the world. And like that's cool too. Like the people you meet and the people you stay in touch with, um, is pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Sports really do like bring people together. Like
yeah,
that's one of the things that I noticed even like coming here, you guys got like like we had a center last year from like Lithuania. And it's like they're playing with like some dude from like an hour south of here and like they've
yeah,
never met, but like you form kind of like this brotherhood with like your teammates and your coaches and stuff, and it's a really beautiful thing to be able to like put that all together and then also be able to like perform and compete is kind of
for
cool
sure.
too. So
And I will say my first year of college, on the Bay Cop when I went to Bay, um, three other teammates. So I'll say this. I'll just tell the story. So myself, and three other guys from Bay, Justin, Tyrell, and Cade. We all played at Bay my first year. Justin was a sophomore. He went somewhere else. Tyrell went somewhere else. Cade stayed there. I left. And we all circled back and ended up on the same team at Stout this past year.
mm,
So we all went our separate ways for a year and then ended up on the same team again, which is pretty cool. And I feel like that connections with my connection with those guys has grown a lot just because of that. Um, so
yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
But
That's all I got for you, man. Good job. Good job.
how long
Um,
was this?
I'll let you know after. I'll
Oh, after
check the
you ended.
recording. I'll send you the
Okay.
audio file after, but um,
Okay.
I'm assuming about an hour,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. Well, do you have anything else that you want to say? Otherwise, go ahead, plug your socials, whatever you want.
I think I'm good. I mean, I wanted to ask you like with this podcast, obviously I think this is like what episode 9 or 10.
You'll be 9, yeah.
Um, 9, okay. Um, like are you looking to like do this for a while? Like is this something you're enjoying? Is this something that like talk to me about that, I guess. I was just curious.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think over like the past year or two, I've discovered like the the power of words and how I believe that everybody on this planet has the opportunity to move people with their words and they all have something to say that's valuable. And I think like a podcast in a society like today, like we have access to more knowledge than we ever have, like at the touch of a button. And it's like it's so readily available. And I just think being able to like be a part of that and be a part of the distribution of knowledge and like whatever you want to call it, motivation, inspiration to other people listening, I think that's super, super helpful. And I'm also just curious. I'm just a curious person. Like I just want to learn
Yeah.
from people, even people that are nothing like me. I feel like we all have something in common. Whether it's like how we got here, our goals, or like what keeps us up at night in terms of like passion and inspiration and stuff. So,
Yeah.
um, I mean, I was gifted to be able to, have the resources to, have a laptop and access to stuff like this. So I was like, I mean, why let it go to waste? I think we got something good here. So
For
I'm just doing
sure.
it for fun right now. I mean, I guess I don't really have any long-term goals except for just scale, scale, scale. Um,
Yeah.
it's nowhere near like a full-time job yet or anything, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a fun hobby, and also think that um one of the things that I want to be able to look back on in my later years is that I was a good communicator, and I think through this podcast, you learn to you learn to communicate with people, and you learn to be able to have meaningful conversations, and I think that
Hmm.
that's something that especially short form social media has like taken away from us is like the
Yeah.
power of like meaningful conversation. And so I think like getting into this place, like obviously I have a structure, I have questions that I want to ask you, but I think being able to go into those deeper levels of thinking and kind of bring things full circle is really like reinforcing to the idea of having meaningful and deep conversations, and I think we can all benefit from that. So, I guess
For sure.
a long-winded answer is I don't have any like long-term goals right now, but I'm having fun, and I have
Yeah.
I have more people that I want to talk to, and I guess we'll see how high up the totem pole we get.
For sure. That's super exciting, dude. I'm glad you're doing this.
Yeah,
Like, and you're also good at like speaking to other people as well. Like on the podcast is what I've noticed.
yeah. Well,
So,
thanks, man.
no. Yeah.
Um, well, yeah, we'll keep going, but if you want to take a second, go ahead, plug your socials.
Yeah. Everything's basically Colin Hudson underscore on Instagram, YouTube. I have TikTok. I don't really use TikTok that much anymore, but yeah, go give it a follow. Check out some of the content. And yeah,
Cool.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming through. Always welcome.
Yeah.
If you want to pop in back, but well, have a good time on vacation. I'll send you a link once it's posted, and then I'll
Okay.
talk to you later.
Okay. Sounds good. Appreciate you.
See you, bro.
See ya.